We have just received news that has completely shattered the table of Nigerian politics. If you are sitting down, you might want to hold on to your chair because the table shaker himself has just been elevated to the global stage. This is not a drill and this is not a rumor. As of today, Thursday, December 18, 2025, the Nigerian Senate has officially confirmed Reno Omokri as an ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You heard me right. The man who has dominated social media with his daily nuggets, the man who went from being a fierce critic to one of the most vocal defenders of President Bola Tinubu's economic policies, is now His Excellency Ambassador Reno Omokri. The Senate, led by Senate President Godswill Akpabio, cleared him alongside 63 others in a plenary session that has left the internet in a state of absolute meltdown. But wait, because the list of people confirmed today reads like a blockbuster movie cast. It is not just Reno, we are talking about heavyweights. The Senate also confirmed Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, yes, FFK himself, as an ambassador. Can you imagine the diplomatic cables these two will be writing? And perhaps the most shocking name on the list is the immediate past chairman of the Independent National Elections Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu. Yes, the man who oversaw the 2023 elections is now heading for a diplomatic posting. Let's focus on Reno Omokri for a second, because this is the headline that has everyone talking. For months, we watched as Reno's tone shifted. He went from the Buhari tormentor to what many started calling the unofficial spokesperson of the Tinubu administration. He argued that the economic reforms were necessary. He listed the economic miracles of the administration just last week. Many people asked, what is he looking for? Is he looking for an appointment? Well, today, the answer has been delivered in capital letters. The confirmation process wasn't entirely smooth sailing though. Just last week, during the screening, there was serious drama. Reports indicate that Senators Ndume and Oshiomhole had a heated clash over the procedure when Reno appeared. There was talk of whether he should take a bow and go, a privilege usually reserved for former lawmakers, but in the end, he scaled through. Today, the gavel fell and his nomination was sealed. Critics are already having a field day. They're asking how a man who was once the face of the opposition has suddenly become the face of the government abroad. They are calling it the ultimate political reward. But his supporters, they are celebrating. They argue that Reno has shown patriotism by supporting the government of the day despite party lines. They say his intellect and ability to articulate Nigeria's position on the global stage, like he has done on international TV stations, make him a perfect fit. But let's look at the bigger picture. With Femi Fani-Kayode and Reno Omokri now wearing the badge of ambassadors, the government is clearly prioritizing strong, vocal communicators for its foreign missions. These are men who know how to control a narrative. Is this a strategy to reshape Nigeria's image aggressively in the West, or is it simply a way to settle political IOUs? And then there is the Mahmood Yakubu angle. For a former INEC chairman to immediately transition into a diplomatic role is quite rare. It raises questions about the independence of our institutions, or perhaps it is just a standard career move for a man of his stature. The Senate didn't dwell on the controversies of the last election, they simply cleared him for his new role. The atmosphere in the Senate chamber was described as convivial, as Senate President Akpabio urged the new ambassadors to represent the country well. He told them they are the mirror through which the world will see Nigeria. I can only imagine what the world will see when they encounter the energy of Reno Omokri and FFK. I really want to know your honest thoughts on this. Do you think Reno Omokri will make a good ambassador given his experience and exposure? Or do you see this as just another case of political settlement? And what about FFK and Mahmood Yakubu? Drop your comments below. I know the comment section is going to be on fire today. And please, if you want to stay updated on where these new ambassadors will be posted, whether Reno is going to Washington, London, or somewhere else, you need to smash that like button. It helps us track the story. And if you are not subscribed, click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. The political landscape in Nigeria has just changed, and we will be here to analyze every move.